First of all, what do you see in this picture? Right here, Anvil Aerospace Asgard. So this can pretty much tell us that the Anvil Asgard is a flyable ship and it will be released in the coming Invictus launch week. Now, let's probe deep into it. So this is a one-seater. This is a Valkyrie variant. So let's scrub. And this is what the ship looks like. Let's zoom in. This is the Valkyrie variant. It looks very similar to the Valkyrie. You have this 4 engines here. Front, you have 2. I think these are a little different. And then rear, you have these 2 big engines on top of the wings. And here it says Asgard. And this thing here, I'm pretty much certain that this is the missile turret that we saw in one of the sneak peek videos. So if we rotate this thing like this, right? And then you can see here has a railing right here. And then if we take a close look in this one, this might not be that clear. So let's scrub more. You can clearly see that these guns on the bottom, they are size 4 rhinos. And then over here, you have a side door. I believe it's on each side. This will be similar to the Valkyrie as well. Ooh, look at in the back. There's 2 little engines. Looks very nice. So this is the next picture right here. Flying. Right here. Wow, this feels like the Aspira Prowler, right? When you fly like this, feels like this is the wing on the Prowler. Very similar to the Prowler feeling, especially this image right here. So if you look, compare with the background, you can see the railings right here. And then you see that similarity, that railing right here. And then you also have this camera in the front. Oh, that's it. Now, very clear. This is the railing. This doesn't look like a turret, a gun turret. It's clearly either a radar or some kind of missile turret. And radar, you need a radar dish, right? But this clearly is a missile turret. And that corresponds with this image right here. And if you count how many missiles this is, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 missile racks. And by the way, you can see right here, you have another railing on the other side. So this is an entire missile turret. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 missile racks. Each missile rack, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's the fourth one is blocked by this piece right here. So each missile rack has 4 size 3 missiles. I feel like these are size 3 missiles, pretty big. I wonder if we can change them to size 2 missile racks. If you change them to size 2 missiles, you can have 8 size 2 missiles. And total, you have 16 size 3 missiles. If you can change to size 2, you will have 32 size 2 missiles. If you put radars on them, wow, imagine that. So judging by that and look at these 2 railings, this is most likely that picture. Now keep going. There's no hint for how many missiles on the ship. And then this is the cockpit view. So you have 4 Panzers right here. That's a size 3 weapon. So at least you have 4 size 3. Look at this picture. How many guns are firing? I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It must have 6 guns because you have 5 laser beams. And then you scrub a little bit more, you will have more laser beams. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then enemy destroyed. Now, here is the bottom of the ship. It's not very clear, but the ramp is right here, of course. That's similar to the Valkyrie. And this image right here, you can see the beautiful paint, black and white. Very beautiful. This is what's displayed on the expo hall. See that? Asgard, rise above the battlefield. The Asgard is going to be a flyable ship. Now, take a look at the weapons on the ship. the bottom is clearly 2 size 4 rhinos. And under the pilot seat, you have 2 size 3 panthers, right? But on the cockpit, I showed earlier that we have 4 panthers. So the Asgard most likely have 4 size 3 and 2 size 4 pilot-controlled guns. And I am pretty certain about it. Let alone this missile turret on top of the ship. So now the picture is quite clear that the Anvil Asgardian is going to be a flyable ship. And it's possible that the top missile turret is not controlled by the pilot, but a dedicated missile chair on the ship. And besides, you have a cargo hold. I don't know what kind of vehicle you can fit, but at least some Ursas. So we'll have to see the interior for that ship. I'm also expecting a gold standard pass for the Valkyrie as well, because as a tradition, right, every time we release a variant for a ship, the whole variant get updated, upgraded. So I'm really looking forward if the Valkyrie can be upgraded as well. At least add a button to the door. It will not be acceptable if the Asgard released without a button for the ramp. I will not accept it. Now, next ship will be the Mirai Guardian MX. So this is supposed to be a missile variant, right? However, you can see you have, I think those are at least 4 size 2 guns, or perhaps 4 size 3. 4 size 3 are most likely. So on the Guardian QI, you have 2 size 5, right? And then these guns are 4 size 3. For a heavy fighter, 4 size 3 sounds more reasonable. However, I really don't see this ship firing missiles. So I'm a little baffled about MX. So this is another image for the Mirai Guardian. And one speculation is you can see on top of right here, these are 4 ports. So those are most likely missiles, right? And if you count, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 12 missiles, maybe 12 size 2 on each side. That will make this 48 size 2 missiles. That's also pretty decent. And then here is another image right here. You can see it's firing the 4 guns, but you don't see the missile firing at all. And also the arms for the Guardian MX is a little different than the QI and the regular Guardian. So that's the first sneak peek of the Mirai Guardian MX. Now, let's take a peek of this baby, the TAC. We obviously know the specs for the TACs already, but what I want to show you is the paint for this TAC, the original paint. It's in black. It's really beautiful. Wow, look at that powerhouse flying by. Beautiful. So that's a TAC. We all know too much about the TAC already. Next ship will be the MTV, the Graycat. So this is the Graycat MTV. It's not very clear. Looks like a hammer. And looks like it's a 2-seater, like a Humvee. This picture, you can see both the front and the back. So I don't think there is a back ramp, right? You can't get inside the ship from the back. But I think you can get in from the left side. That feels like a door. So you go in. You can see the weapon racks from here. See inside the window, right there, 2 weapon racks. And then you can also see the guns on the ship. That feels like a Rhino to me. Size 4 laser repeaters. Or at least size 3, maybe compared with the ship. The ship is a small ship. That's why that gun feels like bigger. Feels like those are 2 size 3s at least. And then from this picture, you don't see a door on the right. So you only have a door on the left. And then scroll more in, you do see the turret on top. I really hope it's at least 2 size 3, not 2 size 2. So that's all the vehicles. You can see in the front display here, you have the MTC, you have the TAC, you also have the Mirai Guardian MX. And then the Asgard is somewhere else. Next thing is right here. You can see we have a gun. I think these are the quartz, the new Volt gun. It's deadly short range, but it's really useless in mid to long range. But you have a new skin right here. I think you can buy from here. And also a new skin. And I'm not a fan of this color, but you have a new skin for this armor. Feels like the woodland armor. They just repainted into a different animal skin. Next thing, very important, the blades. You have 3 colors now. We saw the white color, a MacroTac, right? And then you have a red color. You also have a black color. And it doesn't tell you the detail. It says RSI that I can see. Argo? I don't really see. Feels like Argo. Now, we know more information about these blades because you have different colors. Different colors means different functions. I really hope we got a turret AI blade, but these flight blade will be probably enhance your flight mechanics. Depends on the ship computer, how many blade you can insert. You can choose to enhance your speed, enhance your maneuverability, enhance your boost. Wow, it's going to make things a lot more interesting. One thing it does say is discover a new way to fight. Are these blades regarding fighting? If that is true, then this is possibly an AI turret blade inside here. I'm not certain. So we'll find out soon. Now, last thing I really hope is the release of an Idris P with Idris K and Idris M as well, if possible. It says the might of the military in your hangar. Please give us the Idris. I want to see that in my hangar. So this is the Idris K upgrade, the missile turret for the Idris P. And these, my guess for these are the new size 10 torpedoes for your Polaris. Because you can see right here, it says Talon, right? And then we do have the Talon torpedoes, size 10 torpedoes displayed in the expo hall, even though nothing's on it. But you can clearly see that this one is the infrared. This one is maybe cross-section. This one is EM. So Talon has all 3 types of size 10 torpedoes. And then they look like this. I'm pretty sure this is the size 10 torpedo, judged by the size. And these looks cool. That's it. I really can't wait for the Invictus launch week.